Howdy, y'all, and welcome to the EEARSS Podcast, produced by Terrier TV. I am Frank. That is Bill.
Yes, sir.
And we'll introduce our guest in a little bit.
Yes, we will.
So how's it going, buddy? How was your Easter?
Good. Oh, my Easter. I got a story to tell you. I held the story back. So for the
I thought you were
audience,
fixing to say you held an alligator. Sorry.
no, for the audience, we have a tendency that when we see each other, we start talking and we tell the best stories before the podcast even starts.
Yep.
And then for some reason, when you tell the story the second time, it's not as dynamic or whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot more engaging the first time around.
So I went camping over spring break. Wanted to go camping. Wanted to try. I tent camped with my kids. I owned a van for years, and the last couple of years I've been camping out of the van. Last spring break, a year ago, the van blew up.
Right.
And with 336,000 miles on it. So,
which is super impressive.
Oh, yeah. It did not. I mean, it was. And so anyway, so now I'm trying to figure out, well, how am I going to camp now? So I was thinking, well, maybe I do tent camping. And so I'd give it a shot. So I was going to go up just north of Gainesville in the High Springs area to Olino State Park there.
It's a beautiful part of the world.
Oh, it is. It's gorgeous. So I went up there and I went camping, but I got in late. And I bought a brand new tent. And it was a little bit complicated. And I got there late. So I was like, I'm not going to set the tent up. I'm not going to set up the tent up in the dark.
Oh.
So what I did is I had a 10 by 10 canopy, pop-up canopy.
Okay.
So I popped that up, and I had a screen enclosure that went around it. So I did the screen enclosure.
Makes sense.
And then I laid down a tarp for the floor, and I had a cot, a folded out cot.
Like a military cot.
Yeah. So I folded out the cot, and I slept on the cot. Well, in the middle of the night,
I'm excited.
I hear footsteps on the tarp. Somebody is, crunch.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody is walking on the tarp. Somebody is in my enclosure.
Like a.
It sounded like a person. I was like, okay. Shiver runs down my spine. I'm like, and I yell, "Who the heck? What are you doing?" And that's when the raccoon got really, really scared. And he must have stuck his nose under and got under the screening, but then he did not. He went straight into the screen, and it was like a trampoline. It bounced him back, and he came back into the thing. And then I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he does it again. He hits the thing. And so I got to reach over to the side and lift the screen up, slide it up so he can bolt out.
That could have went really wrong,
there.
Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was, he scared me, but I scared him more. And then when he started bouncing around there like a pinball, he was like, no. And so he did not come back in the evening.
I've caught a lot of critters, and the one you can't judge is a raccoon. You could never tell what the heck a raccoon's thinking.
Uh-huh.
They're crazy.
Okay.
And they will flip from running away mode to scrapping mode like so fast.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
so I'm glad you got away with that unscathed.
Yeah. Well, I think he thought that, because, when people are camping that kind of enclosure, usually people eat in that. They don't really sleep in that. Yeah. So he was figuring there'd be some food, there'd be a meal.
Oh, yeah, if he's at a
He'd be
state
able to
park,
do
then
something.
he's
Yeah.
used to getting every kind of scrap from everybody in the world.
Yeah.
They probably hand feed him and snuggle
So
him.
he was looking for it, and then when I bolted up in bed, scared him to death.
Goodness gracious. Camping stories are always the best.
Oh, they are.
They really are. They are the
Yeah.
best. You want to introduce our guest?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so today on the podcast, we are joined by Sandra Leone. Oh, I almost missed it. Leone.
Oh, I count that as a miss, man.
It was close. I didn't butcher it completely. I'm pretty good at butchering names. You are with the Pineda Waterway Warriors. Thank you so much for being here and chat with us.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. By the way, I'm going to correct you on something else.
Oh,
what's
we
that?
are now the Waterway Warriors. We have dropped
Pineda.
Okay, that's
Okay.
it's
yeah,
more
hold on to your hat.
more inclusive for everything. It makes sense.
Well,
There you go.
because we are actually growing so fast, and we've taken on other locations
Okay.
that we started on the Pineda.
Right.
And now that we have 2 other locations, we decided it would be best to drop the Pineda and just go with Waterway Warriors.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Not to mention WW looks amazing by just
I'm
beside
telling
each
ya.
other. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
PWW makes you wonder what's going on, but
Yeah.
WW,
WW, there you go.
yeah, it's only amazing things happen with
There you
WW.
go.
I mean, you start with Wonder Woman and go from there, so it's kind of is what it is.
Exactly.
We were just chatting. We just posted episode 100.
Okay.
So this is, through our back episodes, this is probably like 103, 104, something like that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But your argument is we're so far beyond that right now.
Well, yeah, we have made more than 100 podcasts.
Yeah, because
Now,
there's some that we never posted. I
there's
think there
some
were
that
even a
never
couple from
post.
episode 1 we never posted, or from season 1.
Yeah, there was some from season 1 that we never posted.
Probably 6 or 7 we never posted.
I'm going to have to
altogether.
agree with Bill, though.
Yeah, but I think if you make it,
You make it, it counts.
yeah.
But if nobody ever sees
but
it,
if nobody sees it, I understand his thing too, the whole episode thing.
I do. But
But
if you take a picture,
so
like I was
so
saying
what
before.
we say is we say 100 published episodes.
There
Yes.
you go. That's
Yes.
the
I
right
like
way
that.
to say it.
I like that. That'll work.
it seems like we've been talking about that for 10 episodes previous, that
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
this is 100, and then I
Yeah,
finally realized,
we're
this
getting
is-
up there. Yeah, we're getting. Are we close? Are we getting there?
Where's the balloons and the,
Yeah.
Oh,
you missed that. That
symbols
was a
and-
different show.
Oh,
See, we had the big celebration, and you missed it.
and I missed it.
Yeah.
Something amazing did happen this episode right here, though.
I'm here.
Well, that's amazing too. But for the first episode ever, normally it's Cindy, who is not here today, and Bill they're matching. For the first time, I think, ever in the history of this
Oh, wow.
podcast, Bill and I match.
We're matching. Yes.
Whoa.
I'm not sure if you should be
Yes.
terrified by that or not.
Whoa.
I really don't know.
Yes. Although you are wearing it's much lighter green than mine.
And you're
Yeah.
wearing dark pants too.
Yeah, and
so-
I'm wearing dark pants.
Yeah, I'm
so,
wearing green. I'm wearing green pants. I think it's
Green
in my
pants. Okay.
in my mind it's still St. Patrick's Day or something. I'm not really sure what's
I
going
guess.
on.
Yeah.
Thankfully, nobody can see my feet because I have no shoes on. But that's
Right.
a whole nother.
But
yeah,
they-
he had
everybody-
to
Nothing
be able
new.
to breathe when he got here. He
Everybody
took off the
assumes
shoes.
that he's not wearing shoes. I mean,
This is true. Everybody knows how it is.
yeah, they got to.
Yeah, it's how it works. So, Miss Sandra,
Yes, sir.
you and I met whenever EEARSS was doing EcoFest. That's how we first connected, I believe. Correct?
That is correct. Yeah, I got I was speaking with Zach from the zoo,
Okay.
and Zach said, "Have you had the opportunity to meet Frank, Alligator Frank?" And I said, "Alligator Frank? No, I would remember that name,
Yeah, right. Of course.
right?"
Yeah.
So he said, "Don't worry, I'm going to send you all the information. Get in touch with him. He's doing this EcoFest, and you need to be there." So I thought, okay, let's do this. So I reached out to Frank, and I met the most incredible man at the other end of the phone who was super sweet.
You got somebody answering your calls now?
Da-da.
Yeah.
Da-da-da. Yeah, sorry.
And when we started talking about, our like-mindedness, I guess.
Indeed. Yep. Both people of faith, which is the awesome thing for sure.
True. Absolutely true. Yes. We are both believers.
Yep.
And from there, we also have the same heart with the environment. And we hit it off. And it was like, yeah, I want to be part of that. So
yeah, it was a great event. We
was a
loved
great
having you guys there. And this is an excellent opportunity to tell our viewers and our listeners through this what the Pineda Waterway Warriors is all about, what you do for them, how people can be
Now,
involved, and all that
Drop
good
the
stuff.
Pineda.
Oh, that's right. The
Jill,
Waterway
I was
Warriors.
watching you.
It's been in my
Hold
brain
it.
for so long that it's the Pineda Waterway Warriors. It's going to
Okay.
take me a minute to break it back to Waterway Warriors.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
I
So
start
now-
on that.
I forgive you.
Okay, I
You
appreciate
said
it.
you were expanding. So are you expanding from the south? Are you going down to O'Galley, Melbourne? Or are you going up to 520? Where?
Well, to be able to grow something properly, you got to grow slow.
Sure, absolutely.
You know,
you don't want to go
because
too
you
fast.
don't. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just gonna make
To
mistakes.
keep your organization and all that.
Correct, and we want to do things right. That's the one thing about us. Like we're very, very methodical about how we do things.
Oh, that's good.
So the second place that we actually adopted was called Horse Creek, and
I know Horse Creek.
You do.
I do.
Very good. Well, they have an estuary right there, and the stormwater that goes off from the US 1 is diverted right into the canals and that goes into the lagoon. So I happened to see somebody jump the fence one day, and I went, "What is he doing over there? Doesn't look like a place like you should live." So I went and checked it out, and I saw all the trash, and I said, "You know what? I'm going to bring this up to the group." And we wanted to be able to prevent it from going into the water. Our mission is to actually get it before it gets into the water. So we want it in a whole state. So instead of like once it gets into the water, it has time to, break down into other microplastics. And if there's chemicals, chemical can leak into the water. So our efforts is to try and get it before it even gets into the water. So up to date, currently, we have 46 tons since 2021.
Wow.
That's amazing.
So
trash cleanup is one of y'all's major goals, trying to get trash before it gets into the waterways.
Yes. We have a couple different projects that we also work on. We have a barrel program that we've installed barrels along the Pineda. And
nice.
We ourselves, the core four, empty the trash cans once a week. And we clean up as we go once a week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a lot of time, but it is very rewarding.
Yeah, no doubt about it. How did you get involved with this?
Oh, that's a good one. So I've always liked being outdoors. I've always been an outdoors person. And we just moved to Brevard County. Don't know very many people. And I kept seeing this woman on the side of the road who was, picking up the trash. And I was like, man, she's always on the side of the road. I can't stop. And, well, one day I said, that's it. I'm stopping. If I don't stop now, I'll never stop. So I pulled over, like, screeched. She was like, somebody trying to hit me?
Fixing to run her down.
Yeah. And I jumped out of the car and I went running to her and I'm like, hey, hi, I'm Sandra Leone. And I see you all the time. So here's my name and number. Next time you go out, please call me. I'll come with you. I'll be with you forever now. And she had a look of fear in her face. But she did. She called me.
Okay.
And so I showed up, and we have been partners ever since. And
what's her name?
Sharon Knoll.
Okay, Sharon Knoll.
She
I have
is
heard
the
that
founder.
Name.
Yep. And then MRC had the International Cleanup.
Right.
Coastal Cleanup. And while we were out in our groups, we met two other women who were exactly like-minded like us. And we formed the core four from that day on.
That's
and
awesome.
Sharon had the dream of, being able to clean up the causeway and making sure that, things were picked up. But as we got together, I had a vision that it wasn't going to be just the four of us. I kept saying, this is going to grow. This is going to be big. And then they ended up believing me. And so the vision.
Did you turn out to be right?
I did. The vision is there. And, we all believe in the vision and we all believe in what we're doing. And when people tell us like, oh, one person doesn't make a difference, that is so untrue.
Depends on that one person, but a person can make a huge difference if they want to.
Exactly.
Yeah, no doubt about it. How can people find you guys? How can people help? What do you need help with?
Well, there's several things that we really need help with. We love having volunteers. Obviously, volunteers are we could not have gotten to the amount of tonnage that we have if it was just the four of us. Everything that we have accomplished because of the help of our volunteers. This is not it's not our group. It's a collaboration of everybody, and we are so thankful for them.
If somebody was looking to volunteer, how would they do it?
They can look us up on Facebook. They can Google us. We meet every second and fourth Saturday morning under the Pineda Causeway on the South Tropical Trail at 8 o'clock. And we only do it till 10 o'clock in the morning. So we do it before the heat of the day.
Smart.
Yeah.
Ingenious.
Yeah.
Before solar noon hits and everybody melts away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And summer's coming, so we know it.
Okay. So you said you guys are expanding now from Pineda. Are you have some other places other than Horse Creek you're looking at too, or are you just focusing there right now?
We have also adopted, but we haven't gotten actual possession of it yet. The west side of O'Galley, which is right, between O'Galley Bridge and the Pineapple Street.
Gotcha. Yep.
Okay.
So we're always focused right around the water.
Right.
But you did ask me about like what we needed.
Yes, ma'am.
So some of the things that we need are storage. We are desperate because we're growing. We've already outgrown 2 storage units. So that's a
Preferably something in the south end of the county.
yes.
Yeah. Something in the Ugali area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if people want to give donations, that's also very nice and accepted.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
What is y'all's website?
Right now, we don't have a website.
It's still just Facebook.
Yeah, we are actually building the website right now.
Okay, awesome.
Because we were the Pineda Waterway Warriors, and we were about to file for our 501c3, and then we realized that we had outgrown that. So we did not file the 501c3. We held off and changed everything to Waterway Warriors.
Okay.
And then we went ahead and filed for the 501c3 in February of this year.
Okay.
And it was approved 2 weeks.
That's crazy
that
awesome.
That was the fastest turnaround for a 501c3.
Goodness, yes.
That's about the fastest I
yeah.
ever heard of.
Yeah.
I think ours took 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say ours took 4 months to come through, if not a little bit longer than that. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, praise God. That's awesome.
Yes. And everything we see God's hand working in everything that we're doing. So, it's awesome.
No doubt about it. What are the goals from here on out? So let's say you get storage, you get more volunteers. Do you guys see this expanding up to the entire Space Coast? What's the eventual goal?
Yes. The answer is yes.
All the things.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Of course, as I mentioned before, we do have to go slow, because it's obviously not going to be sustainable if it's just the 4 of us. So we are trying to grow our base as the core of the group, and having leaders, which we call leads, take more responsibility and actually being able to lead different areas. So I'm going to give you an example. O'Galley. We would call that the O'Galley chapter. And whoever's in charge of the O'Galley chapter would be responsible. We will provide everything. We will make sure I hope this doesn't come off as bad, but we want to make sure that the protocols are followed the way we do them now.
Sure.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because it's proven successful.
If it works, there's no reason to change it.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
if it works,
and also if
organized.
they're going to be representing your organization, you want your organization to be represented in a certain way.
That is correct.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Now, do you guys ever meet when you're not cleaning up? I mean, do you have organizational meetings?
We do. We meet every month. We have our monthly meetings.
Okay.
And we also attend, obviously, other organizations' events.
Are those monthly meetings open to the public?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
We are trying to put together a board.
Gotcha.
So all these things are happening. We think they're happening pretty fast. I know. We're trying to be very careful on how we do things. But
it's an exciting time. It's such an exciting time to see something growing like this. And and you're very wise not to go too fast.
Thank you. We want to make sure that people are treated properly. Mm-hmm. Again, it's treat people how you want to be treated, and it's important to just do the right thing. And that's why we started this. We wanted to do the right thing.
That's awesome. So things you guys need: you're looking for donations, you're looking for storage space, and more volunteers.
Yeah, we need equipment.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
and if people want to reach out to you guys, they find you on Facebook under
Pineda
Is it still Pineda Waterway Warriors?
Yeah, it's in the middle of changing, but
Sure, yeah.
until
So
it's,
it's Pineda Waterway Warriors right now. It'll be Waterway Warriors in the near future. The Facebook
very
will be.
near future.
Okay,
yes.
awesome.
Okay.
You guys want to jump into some
Have
trivia?
we confused everybody?
No.
Completely?
It's still
Because
continues.
see, here's the thing. We don't really know when this is going out. And so it may be already changed by the time this thing airs.
It'll probably be 3 weeks for this one, I would say.
So, yeah. So you got 3 weeks. Get moving.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
We'll tag it in everything, and we'll make sure whatever way it's on there now, it'll be tagged. The Facebook will be tagged, and it'll be fine.
That's cool.
We can do
That's really neat. Thank you.
The technology allows us to do those kind of
Yes,
things.
exactly.
Yeah, it's amazing,
The
right?
technology is a beautiful thing. You guys want to do some trivia?
Yes, I do.
Ooh,
Let's do some trivia.
you ready?
Yeah.
So, is there a topic, or is it like broad spectrum?
Oh, it's broad.
Okay.
It's broad.
What's
Okay.
the
So
term?
my
Potpourri.
Potpourri, yes, or
So-
potluck.
my actual job, I also work in sustainability, so it's kind of a perfect marriage with
Okay.
the environmental, the Waterway Warriors, and so I thought I'd throw a couple different things in there.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do
You
it.
ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm excited.
Well,
Cindy's here in spirit right now because
Yes.
the trivia is always her funnest thing too.
All righty. What's the difference between possum or opossums?
Ooh,
One has
Frank-
an O and one doesn't have an O.
Frank, this is your favorite animal, so come on, man.
I know. We actually discussed this one, so I have to step out of this. This is the one me and her discussed on the phone before she came in.
Oh,
So I
see,
gotta stay out of this one.
I have no idea. I had a possum one time in Satellite Beach, my parents' house, the backyard. I was standing there putting back the big pole, to clean out the pool, and it hangs on the fence. And so I was going to
The
do
net?
that. Well, yeah, the net. Yeah, the pole in the net. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a net. Okay. Thank you
It has
for,
different.
You're
It has,
welcome.
for showing that I don't know real words.
it
Regular.
has it has different attachments. It can be a broom sometimes too.
Sure,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was putting it away, and there I was, eye to eye with a possum. There was a possum on top of the fence
It's awesome.
because my mom had like some kind of vine or something that grows up there.
Yeah.
And I'm looking right at him. He's looking at me, and then I said bye.
So I'm going to have to correct you.
Okay. Oh, okay. So
You were actually looking at an opossum.
was I? I was looking at an opossum. Okay.
Yeah,
So what
an
is the difference?
opossum is actually from North America.
Oh, okay.
The possums are from Australia.
Virginia,
okay.
Virginia. It's a Latin name. It's Virginia something.
Oh yeah, don't ask me the Latin name.
It's something crazy
Yeah, I
like
don't
that.
know.
Yeah, Virginia
Okay.
something.
They are the only marsupial that we have in North America.
I
And
thought raccoons were marsupials. They're not?
no, they don't have
Okay.
a pouch.
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
a prehensile tail.
Okay.
Yeah, and their lifespan is only 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very short-lived.
Okay.
And as scary as they look, they are not dangerous at all to humans. They don't carry diseases. They have actually used their blood to help with antivenoms for snakes because it doesn't affect them at all.
Okay.
So they're actually, it's impossible to not love a possum.
Well played. Well played.
You
That's
like that?
That's Frank's thing. Frank is with it. Possum
I
wouldn't
love possums.
possibly bite you, and then 2 weeks later he calls me, "Gonna be late to the show. Possum bit me."
Well, I reached into a box that I didn't know one was in. I got grabby. It wasn't the possum's
did.
fault. I got
You got
grabby.
grabby.
I kind of just put my fingers in a place I couldn't see, and I felt something bite me, and I went, "Let's hope that wasn't a rattlesnake."
Yeah.
And then I pulled my finger back out, and there was a possum attached to it, and I went, "Ha ha, possum!" Yeah. So
Nice.
I finally had to take ivermectin for the first time.
Oh,
Because the only thing you got to worry about with the possum is parasites.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
So my doctor joked
There you go.
around about that for a while. He's like, "You can finally tell all your friends you took ivermectin."
You took ivermectin. There you go.
Mhm.
Oh, that's funny stuff. Okay, sorry.
No,
Go
we're
right ahead.
good. I like this.
All right,
Okay.
number 2.
Here we go.
All right, number 2. What's the difference between endemic and invasive?
And Frank, if you tell me the spelling, I'm gonna throw something at you.
You want me to take this one?
Yes, take that one, please.
One is native and one is non-native.
Yes. Endemic is actually from a local area and only is from that local area. It's not found anywhere else.
Okay.
Example? Can you give us an example?
No, give me an example.
Okay, an example in plants would be Brazilian pepper versus...
Because they're invasive.
It's an exotic,
It's an exotic.
Which is another term people need to wrap their heads around, is the terms invasive and exotic. And at some point, those things are no longer invasive exotic once they have a group of whatever it is for a certain amount of time in an area. At some point they need to become native.
Almost.
You know what I mean? At some point they're there to stay. They're not going anywhere. We see that with a lot of our wildlife. But yeah, it's
right.
I digress. Oh, in an oak tree, in a scrub oak.
A scrub oak. Okay.
Scrub oak. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyhow, took me a long time to get there. I apologize.
Okay. So there we go.
Time's a ticking.
Right. So was he right? He's right.
He is right.
Okay.
All right. What's number 3?
Okay, number 3. When does a bald eagle get its white head?
Oh, when does a bald eagle get its white head? I don't understand what you're saying, man. I can't read lips.
If you know what you get, you can say it. It's okay.
Yeah, you can say it. I was thinking that it would be like about 1 year. That was
no.
It's 1 or 2 years, isn't it?
5.
Is it 5?
Five
when
years.
they actually reach their sexual maturity.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was 1 year. Okay.
Yeah, because when I was in Alaska last summer, boy, there's just tons of them everywhere.
Oh, Alaska has a bald eagle on every pole, every direction you look.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Took the train going into Seward, and like on top of every tree thing, there was some
every single pole you look at.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing.
The way we have ospreys, that's the way they have bald eagles. Just everywhere.
Wow.
Now, there's a bunch out at the Space Center, aren't there?
24 pairs, I think. 24, 26 pairs.
Oh, is that all? Okay.
Yeah, not that many. There's you see them out there.
There's a few at the waste management.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It makes sense. I mean, they're just
hang out where the food is.
They're a souped up vulture. I mean, a beautiful vulture, but that's what they are.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful bird.
Which, you know what Benjamin Franklin wanted our national bird to be?
Turkey, wasn't it, or something like
that?
that?
Yeah, the wild turkey.
That's
Turkeys are awesome. Yeah,
that's
a cool critter.
Yeah, that's what
they're tasty.
They are indeed.
We had a turkey one time. I may have told this story, I'm not sure, but we had a turkey one time that took over a guard shack at KSC.
Oh, no.
He ran all the armed guards out of a building.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
When we pulled up, he was strutting around. He had pooped all over the building. All the armed security guards were standing outside. It was the coolest thing I ever saw in my entire life. So,
over a turkey.
Yeah, I remember.
You have not told this story before.
I remember making up a little sign that said, they had a picture of the turkey on it and said, warning, takes over armed government facilities.
Peacocks are pretty crazy.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
They are. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord. Yeah.
There was one that was roaming around town here in Titusville.
Was he on the warpath?
Oh, he could be, and they're loud. God,
they are.
So
they are, yep.
They do not fear us.
No, not at all.
Flipping hilarious. Nope. Okay, we got a couple more?
Yeah, so
right, let's do it.
So this one is, how much water is consumed in a typical shower for 15 minutes? I told you these were going to be random.
35 gallons.
75.
Ooh, you are so close. Yeah, it's 37.5.
37.5. Wow.
Yeah,
okay,
so it's
that was dumb luck if I've ever heard of it before in my life.
2.5 to 3 gallons per minute.
Right, okay.
Whoa.
Right. So if you think of that,
that's a lot of water. Yeah.
That's a lot of water. But they do, actually, April is the Water Conservation Month. So that's why I brought that up.
Oh,
because
okay.
it's really important to people manage their water properly.
Sure.
Don't take 3 showers a day. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, you can change your shower head to a conservative shower head.
There you
go. They use 1.5 gallons. So if you use 1.5 gallons, 15 minutes is 15 gallons.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a big reduction, and we are going to need our water.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
No doubt. We got one more, or is that it?
We got
one more?
more.
Yeah, let's hit the one more.
Here we go.
I'm excited.
Okay.
This one's you, Bill.
What are soft plastics, and can they be recycled?
What are soft? That's been in the news a lot lately about plastics being recyclable.
What are they saying? There's like 5% of plastics that people actually put in the bin that are truly recyclable. It's something crazy low like that. I don't know the answer to this.
I don't either. I know very little about plastic.
I think a soft plastic is. I could make a guess, but I have no idea really.
Go ahead and guess.
I would say soft plastics are things that are molded, smaller items, probably like drinking bottles and stuff like that. If I had to make a guess.
So soft plastics are like the bubble wrap, the wrap that
Oh.
you
Actually,
have
soft
on.
stuff.
Yeah, all the soft stuff. The
It's soft.
bread, it's soft.
Said so right in the name.
It did, Dak Nabbit.
And a lot of people will recycle their plastic bags, soft plastic,
Right.
but they don't realize that they can add so much more to that, and they can drop it off even at Publix or Walmart. It's all the cellophane, your soft bags that your newspaper comes in, anything that comes in with the plastic zip ties. Yeah, those are all recyclable.
Oh, okay.
And there's less than 1% being recycled. So
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
let's throw it in there.
Okay.
It's crazy. Sandra, thank you so much for being on here and chat with us.
This was super fun.
This was a blast.
Yeah.
Going into this, you were overly excited.
I was,
She was.
almost
She wanted to
sick
be on
of
this show so bad.
Yep.
So bad.
Yep.
So
We really honored to have you here. Thank you so much for taking the time, and we will be looking forward to see what the Waterway Warriors do from here on out.
thank you so much. Can
Yep.
I say something real
Oh,
quick?
yeah, sure.
Please.
So we were awarded the 2023 Servant Heroes of Channel 13.
Okay.
So public service heroes. I think that's pretty cool.
That's
that's-
huge.
yeah, that's great.
huge.
That's great.
That's great. Well deserved too. Yeah, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and you just.
Well, thank you for having us, and thank you for this opportunity. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fun.
We'll have to have you back on again sometime.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. Bill,
Yes, sir.
episode 100 and something in the book.
There we go. Absolutely.
100 and something.
100 and something.
All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to the EEARSS Podcast produced by Terrier TV here at Titusville High School. You can find us on all platforms by searching EEARSS or EEARSS.org. EEARSS, or Alligator Rob has 2 B's. It's confusing if you make it B. AlligatorRob.com. Take you to the same place. That's how that kind of stuff works. Thank you to Edna Wilson with Celebrate Remax Aerospace for sponsoring our program. And we will catch you all next week. Bye-bye.